Beverly, here he comes, flying in for the slam dunk!
Before Russell Westbrook was a 5-time NBA All-Star, 2-time MVP, and scoring champion in 2015.
Oh, there are no words for how nasty!
Before Russell Westbrook gained notoriety with teammates and fans for his wacky outfits and burning hatred for the press.
Are you upset with something? I just don't like you. You don't? No.
Before he brought his net worth to $25.7 million after he launched his own clothing line, Glasses Company, became marketing director for True Religion Jeans, and the new face of Mountain Dew. Before Russell Westbrook lost his buddy Kevin Durant to the Warriors, but had a strong start to his season with a string of triple-doubles, also a few technical fouls.
Hits him right in the head. Ooh, ah! Look at the reaction. He's like, oh man, don't eject me. No, wait, no, I didn't mean to do that.
Standing only 5'8" for most of his teens, you think Westbrook would have been living in other people's shadows on the court. Well, he may have been doing that literally in every other respect. He was a giant, going full force against anyone who stood in his way. But a sudden tragedy followed by a growth spurt would force Russell to reinvent himself as a player. What's going on, guys? My name is Michael McCrudden, documenting the life and career of Russell Westbrook prior to fame, here for you on Before They're Famous. And we've covered his ex-partner in crime, Kevin Durant, and Kyrie Irving. So be sure to check those out. But in the meantime, let us know in the comments down below who you want me to document next.
I wouldn't say get drafted, but it was in the realm of that, man. Just being able to experience something so huge.
Russell Westbrook III was born on November 12, 1988 in Long Beach, California. His father, Russell Sr., and mom, Shannon Harden, raised him and his young brother, Raynard, in South Central Los Angeles. Maybe it was growing up so close to Hollywood that ended up making West such an entertaining performer. He played a lot of sports as a kid, including tennis, football, and baseball, but his dad had a passion for basketball and would run drills for Russ and his little brother. He also played pickup with his friend Kelsey Bars III, and the two dreamt of playing in UCLA as they got older. At Losinger High School in Lawndale, Westbrook, he didn't make much of a splash on the basketball team because he was standing at only 5'8" in his freshman year. But everyone was impressed with this tiny kid's determination and attitude on court, trying to swat away balls from the giants. His friend Kelsey was one of the strongest players on their team. Then during a pickup game at school, he collapsed. Russell thought it was from exhaustion, but when his friend didn't respond, he realized it was much more serious. It turned out Kelsey had an enlarged heart and passed away that day.
He's always a part of me regardless of where I'm at or what I'm doing.
The tragedy made Russell push himself as hard as he could each time he was on the court. He'd show up hours every practice for the rest of his life and wear a wristband with KB3 on it in honor of his friend. Then this summer, before his final year of high school, little Russ, well, he had a growth spurt. When he walked down the halls in September, he stood 6'3" and suddenly had become a serious college basketball prospect. It was almost like a high school miracle. Perhaps his buddy Kelsey was looking down on him and miraculously gifted him those extra inches.
Inconceivable!
That season, Westbrook averaged over 25 points a game and was also dunking for the first time. He graduated with honors and was even offered an academic scholarship to Stanford, but it was still too expensive for his family. And at $45,000 a year for tuition, I don't blame him. As fate would have it, UCLA had just lost a player early to the NBA draft, and coach Ben Howland had his eye on the young star to fill his shoes. He was recruited to UCLA Bruins in 2006 as a backup defender, an energy player off the bench. He wore the number 0 on his jersey, looking for a fresh start since losing his best friend in high school, and had his eye on a pretty young thing named Nina, who played on the women's team at school, and soon, well, they became college sweethearts. The next year at school, an injury made way for Russ to bring his explosive personality on the court as a starter. Westbrook helped UCLA reach the Final Four and took home the All-Conference Defensive Player of the Year title. But the real question is, did he win Player of the Year, or did everyone else just lose it?
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man?
After his 2 years at UCLA, Westbrook was confident enough in his skills to drop out and enter into the 2008 NBA Draft. He was selected with the 4th overall by the Seattle Supersonics, which days later relocated and became the Oklahoma City Thunder. And I'd say he made his buddy Kelsey pretty proud. Thank you for those extra inches. You know? As for the rest of the story, well, you know the story because this is Before They're Famous. My name is Michael McCrudden and we make all sorts of bio videos here for you on this channel. We've done something like 750, no joke. Check out the one on Kevin Durant. There are other basketball players we've done, also wrestlers, we've done some soccer players, we've done 1 or 2 hockey players. they're not as popular. But I live in Canada. You think, you know, well, there's not that many of us, so that makes sense. Anyway, browse around, see you guys in another video.
I'm out, man. That nigga's tripping.